All right, here we are for FPO lead card round 3, the 2019 Jacksonville Open. Madison Walker, Holly Finley, Elaine King, and Ellen Widboom. I'm Ellen Widboom joining you.
And I'm Holly Finley. We're both from Team Innova. We appreciate you watching. So here I am, hole 18, throwing a Star Katana. It's a little bit breezy out. Just happy to make it through the gap out into the field here.
I'm pretty sure we've had a decent string of par 4s now, and these are, any par 4s you see out here are generally a combination of 2 holes. Unfortunately, hitting a tree kicking right, not the end of the world, it's still kind of out in the open. Have a look at my second shot. Yeah, you can hear the wind. It's gusting pretty good out there. As you can see, it just kind of knocks Elaine's disc down.
But wait. Looks like Madison had a shrike in her hand.
I'm going to say shrike just the way that that's flying, for sure. Get a good turn over it, let the wind hold it out there.
That's a good shot. So I'd say it's a full drive for your second shot.
It is 2 drives in a row, and this plays a little bit downhill, but with that wind, it's kind of hard to tell what your disc's going to do, and there's really not a whole lot of play on the ground just because, like you were saying, there are some sandy patches out there.
So I chose the Starlight Boss just to see if I could get a little more distance, but it's a bit nose up. But hey, I made it down there a ways. It looks like Madison chose her Star Destroyer and was hoping just to rip on it full power and maybe get like a full flex and some hyzer skip at the end. But you could see she wasn't pleased with the angle, a little bit too right.
Just laying up with, I believe, a Rhino. Looks like a stud.
Stud to the basket.
What a stud. Great up from Elaine. And I'm not sure, I didn't look at the stats for this, but I don't know if anyone got a birdie on this hole this weekend.
Madison's putting for the bird.
She's got to look for the birdie, that's right. Get in. Prove me wrong.
Oh, good run in that breeze.
Through the trees, in the breeze. All right. Getting in for par. Looking forward to the, I guess it would be the front half, but it's technically the back half for us.
Correct. Only slightly confusing. Simple putt from Elaine. Notice Elaine's been playing for a very long time, but she does not rush the short putts. She focuses, concentrates, and releases the disc when she's ready. There's no rush from Elaine. So take note, players of the world, there's no reason to rush your short putts.
Thanks to Dan Harbeck. Appreciate
Thanks,
the
Dan.
support. All right. Hole 1.
So I'm throwing a boss off the tee here, just hoping to bite off as much distance as I can.
Only danger here is the playground on the right. And here I am throwing a Star Shrike. It's a 169. Doesn't really catch the wind. The first day I was able to get it up there by the basket, but just didn't want to come out of it. But still, cut some distance out of the equation.
Yeah, you did.
Great drive. What do you think, Shrike?
Yep, absolutely. Just a bit off on the release point there. Hits that tree, but luckily, I mean, where she landed is not bad at all.
Nope.
Looks like she pulled out that Champ Factory second Sidewinder again. Just hoping for a clean shot right to the basket, but that tree jumped out in front of her.
Yep. And as you can see, I mean, even just looking at her hair, the wind is, it's gusting pretty good out there.
Just to put her up to the basket.
Ooh, little tree.
Got lucky on
kiss
that
there.
one. Elaine with a nice clean up to the
Perfect.
basket. Of course, she had to get a little bit closer than me.
Yep. Looks like didn't get my upshot on camera. I think it was a little bit out of camera view, but probably through a rhino.
Good par putt from you. Good par. Ooh, bogey from Madison. You can hear the swing sets in the background.
Oh yeah, right there at the playground. It's close. And it's hard to, I mean, you don't really ever go out and practice and think, I need some distractions. Not a lot of people do that, you know?
Thanks,
it's almost
ladies
like
first disc golf from Wisconsin.
Hey! This is probably, when you mentioned this tournament, one of the iconic holes. It is a combination of two, it's a safari hole. I just tried too hard and threw the destroyer into the ground. This is actually a dog leg right par 4. Plays probably 700 feet. Great
That was
shot.
a nice shot. You definitely want to take that gap through the forest, and there's like kind of a landing zone area you want to get to at a minimum, I'd say.
Ah, unfortunate tree kick, but nobody's out of bounds. You can see the orange pole there on the right. That is actually a Mando left, and that whole fence line is out of bounds. Another
For me,
tree.
I'd say this is the hardest hole in the tournament.
I would agree. Madison looking at that gap and peering it through there. Great shot.
That was beautiful.
Third shot, destroyer. Trying to cut off some distance. I know I'm not going to get it to the basket, but I want to just be able to get up there and save a bogey.
And sometimes that's how you have to plan things when you make a mistake. You know, instead of being a superhero trying to save the par and making it worse, just realize you got to plan for the bogey.
Yep.
I was trying to shape a mid towards the basket, but I hit a tree and got redirected the other way. Nice sidearm rhino from Madison.
Great upshot. Well played on this hole. It really is all about placement. You get out here and practice and you just pick your zones where you want to land. Oh, and with the flag hit. I forgot about that. Great shot. And the smile. That was great.
Well, you know when you airmail it and you're like, oh gosh, what have I done?
You're like,
Saved
please
by
hit
the
something.
flag. I didn't deserve that. I felt a little guilty for getting that flag hit. Sometimes you just got to take what the course gives you. The good and the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a nice putt.
Thanks.
Better be glad I made that.
Oh, getting sassy. Who are you talking to?
I don't even remember.
And she was really trying to hold it. You should have seen the look on her face.
Oh, somebody was
somebody
gonna sneeze.
sneezed. That's what it was.
So even though I hit that flag, as I told you, I threw it a little high and hard. Pretty far behind the basket. Missed the comeback. Luckily made that comeback.
And I'll be honest, a 5 on this hole feels like a par. Just the way that it's shaped and with all the trees and the OB. You get a 4 on this one, it feels like a bonus. There she is with... It's huge. Like, I recommend it to anybody to have a putting routine. Go through something in your head, say something, breathing. Anything you do consistently time after time, it just becomes automatic. Great pars.
Thank you, Stephen, for your support.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you know I
To
love
the
the woods,
woods!
Ellen, and this is my favorite hole of the tournament.
It's my least favorite hole.
So just when you thought you were out in the open for the Jacksonville Open, they throw you into this tightly wooded hole. It is very difficult. So, I mean, really, you can see there's basically one fairway, and you just want to do your best to get as far as you can down the gap.
Tree kick, but you're up the fairway, and you're gonna have a pretty easy up and down, if not a throw in.
This has got to be a very tough shape for like a sidearm air shot. I'm not even sure, like, it's just so
It's almost
strange.
like you almost have to throw a stand-up shot.
Hyzer flip
A hyzer
turnover.
flip shot, yeah. And then I was trying to go for the roller that I tried in practice just to get it through some trees. Didn't work out too well, but managed to throw my Firebird on a rare backhand and get the skip.
So every gap is small. Just trying to pick one I got the most confidence with and see if I can get next to the basket. And it worked out, and I'm pleased.
There it is. Madison with a look through a gap. She got a decent amount of distance off her drive.
Giving it a go.
Yep. And Elaine with an absolute perfect drive.
Elaine comes from North Carolina, where the majority of the courses are wooded. So when you step up to a wooded shot and Elaine's about to throw, you can 99% guarantee she's going to make it through unscathed.
Yep.
It's definitely one of her strengths.
I love watching her straight lines. Her and Barry Schultz are the two people that I just am in awe of, the way that they can just throw straight on so many shots through the woods.
Elaine cleans up her par.
And you too.
I
with
do
your
the same.
Your stud, like, you throw that thing straight and your putts from like circle 2 sometimes just straight in the basket. Pretty amazing.
Thanks, I'm really loving this stud. Thank you, Nick Williams.
Thank you, Nick Williams.
So Elaine keeps the box. So they give you this wooded hole right after the other wooded hole, and it is, I'd say, equally as difficult as the one before.
Ooh, sometimes you just got to put some body English into it. Elaine proved.
She was proud of it.
She
You
did
say
the
she
old-
gave the camera a glance. Like, did you see that, sir? Got a Star Roadrunner here.
The basket is actually down to the right, I believe, on this hole. So it's a turnover shot, or it is a forehand, try to weave it through the trees and not kick left.
Not enough body English.
Not enough body English. As you can see, I'm pretty well off the fairway, trying to get a rhino through some trees, and managed to just get it up there.
I'm not going to tell you how many trees I missed.
I actually missed my gap on that throw.
So I just took a putter and tried to get as close to the basket as I could. You could see there just a lot of stuff in the way.
Ooh.
Perfect up from Madison.
A lot of these low-lying palms out there, shrubbery, and almost. You got to be careful because some of those palm trees actually have thorns lining the stalks on them, so it could be pretty dangerous if you end up in them. What a great run. Man.
Yeah, leaping over those little palms on the ground, but what can you do?
Yep. Nice
Good
par.
par putt from Madison. It feels good to get par on this hole.
Yeah, it's a blind shot from the tee. You can't see the basket. So, and there I am.
Look at this. This is so silly.
Trying not to hold the tree by any, like, push it back or anything, and just become one with the palm tree.
Yep. Just
Kinda
put
looks
your
like I
body
grew
right
right
in-
up from it.
You did. Just put your body right in the open gap and good putt. Even though you're close, it's not easy when you've got stuff like all around you like that.
When you're used to a low swinging motion for your putt and you have to putt from your chest, definitely different.
Elaine gets a par.
And
I
unfortunately,
got a double
double
bogey.
bogey.
Didn't give the camera a smile on that one. Thanks, Bell family. We appreciate your support.
All right, hole 5, par 5. There are 2 Mandos on this hole. There is out of bounds on the right. It is a placement shot hole if I've ever seen one.
Madison looks like she's got that champ sidewinder.
As you can see, right where her disc is that Mando tree with the arrows on it with a policeman saying, "Stop, you gotta go left."
You opted for a standstill off the tee.
I just felt like I needed to get it around that tree enough. Unfortunately, I'm a little far right and going to be behind some trees, but made the Mando. Made the first Mando.
I was trying to just go for a hyzer flip through the gap, but
It's not a terrible shot, to be honest, because you're in the middle of the fairway and with an open look at the rest of the fairway. You can see the flags on the right there. They made a makeshift OB line there.
I think I got scared because my disc hit the ground and then rolled towards the out of bounds over there, and it's just not something I expected, you know, when your disc turns over on you.
Madison with a great shot. Yeah, I'm pinched by the trees, just trying to get it low and under and avoid the out of bounds. And yeah, somehow made it through the other trees.
That was a really good shot from you.
Thank you. Pretty sure that was a Firebird.
Elaine with a power standstill gets to a really good spot for her next shot. I'm just doing a putter layup to the gap.
So that gap right there on the right side, that
I know,
tree
I thought of
is
it.
another Mando you have to go left of. Madison looks to be a great shot. That is textbook.
Madison wasn't laying up. She was trying to make it through the Mando.
Taking her time, seeing the shot, and execute.
Just sit nicely.
Just a bit on the left, but you could still work with it from there.
Believe this was the same Firebird I threw, just too much left. Got a little scared of the Mando, but clear of it.
So I'm choosing a Bullfrog, which is another putter from Innova, to get up to the basket. I just threw it a little bit too high, and it came out a little early.
That tree is thicker than what it looks like. I'm pretty sure that's an oak tree. I'm not 100% sure, if anybody out there knows.
Let us know in the comments. Wow, I absolutely love the sidearm turnover. That was so good. What disc did you
I think
use
that
for
was a Stingray. I was just kind of like trying to let the disc do the work. All you got to do is just put it on a line and let it float.
Madison tries to go for a jump putt because it is reachable for her, but because you need the height and going uphill, sometimes your brain just eliminates that factor and you're like, okay, I'm going to go for it. And Madison is not a layup type girl.
Nope. The long look, and that's a good play. There is a slight drop off behind that basket. It is up on a little bit of a hill, so that was a good play.
Yeah.
I think Madison for par.
Just a bit offline there. A little right to the basket.
Oh, and the lane just a bit outside. It's an interesting dynamic when you go from trees and wooded putting to out in the open putting, you have no point of reference really to gauge. And
Madison unfortunately misses the comeback. Yeah, good putt.
Finally got the par on this hole. I've been looking for it all weekend. And
isn't it a tough par?
It's an unbelievably tough par.
A lot of these pars feel like birdies when you complete them.
Yep. Yeah, this is technically a par 6. So. And I noticed you never putt with your bag on.
I did a little bit earlier in the round, which is not a common thing for me, but I must have established something at the beginning in my head, like if I'm within 5 feet, I'm not going to take the bag off. But
gotcha.
Yeah, I always try to take the bag off no matter what, just so you're not off balance, you don't have the shoulder strap in the way. Yep. Thanks for your support, Mr. Sam Martinson.
Thank you. Hole 6, par 4. I'm throwing a Star Destroyer. I'm trying to keep it out to the left so that I'm not tucked in the trees, because you want another decent line at the basket, which is all the way at the very end of this tree line. That'll play.
Some people actually do play the hole that way, where they go to the right through the line of trees, because it sets up for a better setup to get into the basket on your next set of shots.
Yep.
So I don't know if Madison was doing that slight turnover on purpose or if that was just a misfire.
Yeah, there definitely is a good backhand hyzer line if you get far enough right that is just wide open. And as you can see, looks like she's out in the open for that line. Yeah. That may have been on purpose.
Yep. So it's another full power second drive to get up, closer to the green.
Yeah, probably throwing the same disc again, Destroyer. Wide enough and playing the skip. A birdie on this one is a bonus. It's so far out there, and once you get out into this field, you can just see the wind is blowing and it's switching directions.
Yeah, this is a really tough birdie to get for the FPO division. Elaine has a nice upshot that's close to the basket.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping to get up there in the circle.
Oh, man, tree 9.
I really thought I was going to be like right there too.
It was going. You had the line. See how... Oh, man, I forgot how windy it was. That looks like a tailwind. That might be a gator that she's throwing?
I think so as well.
Okay. Here I am with my R-Pro Rhino. Shout out to Robert Bainbridge in California, who is the master of the Rhino. You the man.
Thanks. Turnover.
Elaine commenting on my turnover because I don't throw very many backhands.
Elaine is such a supportive golfer to be around when you're on the card with her. She is competitive, but at the same time, really supportive.
What a run!
Trying to save it from circle 2 after I missed the upshot there. Just a bit low. That's got to be frustrating when you have the perfect upshot in the circle. Just a little short on the putt. Nice.
Whew. Par
That
feels
is like
good.
a feel-good par.
Par feels good on this hole. I remember that feeling. Nice solid putt.
Bogey cleanup for me.
I think this is for par. Yeah, that was a great play to go to the right side.
Yeah, it was.
All right, hole 7. And who do we got for a Patreon supporter? El Guapo
El
Baskets.
Guapo, thank you.
Yeah. Hole 7, par 4. A combination. This is really, you want to get it past that tree that I threw it into.
Look at the wind. Listen to the wind. And now?
And yeah, exactly. So Madison is teeing off to the left of the tee pad, but as you can see, there are flags there, and it was designated by the tournament director beforehand that you could tee off to the side. I think these are actually, was that carpet tee pad? Is that why? I think there was a reason why
Man, that was close.
we were able to go to the left of it.
Yeah.
Nice
It is
shot.
a low ceiling for the right side drive, which makes it difficult. I need height to throw far, so, you know, low ceiling shots aren't the easiest for me.
I'm going Star Destroyer again. Trying to cut off some distance and a little far left, but it's up there.
Yeah,
I'll have a look at par.
that'll do. Looks like Madison's throwing a Thunderbird.
Wow.
Wow, full send.
That was beautiful.
Great upshot. I'd say that's a birdie look.
Whoa.
I
What
want to
disc
do the
was
same
that?
thing. Star Katana.
Wow, man, you throw that katana so well. What speed's the katana?
I believe it's a 13.
13?
It
Okay.
is a high-speed driver.
Lane's got to look at it too. Great shot. That looks like to be a Firebird that I did not turn over enough. I tried to play the flex lines on a lot of shots, and I just got under it too much.
That makes sense. Looks like somebody needs to tell me my pocket lining is flapping out.
Oh, great run at birdie. Wow.
I'd say I feel comfortable for
Get it.
most putts 75 feet and in. I'm probably going to try to put it in the basket.
Right on. Here's for par.
Yeah, Ellen.
Ooh, I wanted that putt. I know it's a close race at this point, and I knew how I played that hole that I really wanted par on it after kind of 3 shots that were not ideal.
Good
All
putt.
right. Great birdie, Madison. Well played.
Par
Simple
cleanup for me. Drop it in, let it rest. Disc Baron, thanks for your support.
Here we go. Last hole, I believe. Hole 8 turned out to be hole 18 for us. This is a par 4 island hole? Is that
Yes.
how you would describe it?
Yes.
OB there on the left of the sidewalk. I'm going to say it's 2 drives for the women, or a drive and an upshot, and then you try to make the island. And I unfortunately just threw it too much over trying to get the turn on it.
So you just want to get as much distance as you can off the tee to make
Ooh.
your second layup that much easier.
Right. That was a great drive.
Yeah, Elaine is crushing those MVP discs.
Hey, Holly, your pocket's out.
Little late, Ellen. Thanks a lot. Star Katana, full send.
So a lot of the times I actually feel more comfortable doing a standstill. I feel like it takes a lot of uncertainty out of the equation, for me at least, and I'm just trying to lay it up, so that was a Firebird.
I've got a Cayman because it
Ooh.
is breezy. I want a for sure left finish no matter what with not too much distance.
And really, you want to land almost right, pretty much where you guys are landing over there is a good spot so you can reach the island on your 3rd shot. This looks to be pretty good as well. Yep.
Yep, so standstill placement for Madison.
Just trying to make the island and don't trust my disc enough, and I end up out of bounds on the right.
I've got a road runner, just hoping for a straight flight.
That
Land in
looks
the circle.
really good. And is that
Out of
just
bounds,
short-
I shorted it.
just short of the island? It's such a tough distance to gauge with the wind and it being downhill. Come on. And that stays
That's
in.
You can hear us all just hoping and wishing and talking to the disc.
Sometimes
Just
you gotta talk to the
please.
disc. And Elaine with an absolute smash.
wow. Look at
Flashes
Elaine.
the basket.
And you know, that's Elaine. We're here at the last hole, and I mean, look at the perfect upshot she pulls out of the bag. Wow, Ellen.
I wanted that one. I knew it was close, and I knew that she had parked it, so I needed that.
So I'm out of bounds, but we play it like a hazard. So I'm still putting from where my disc landed with a stroke penalty.
That's right. And Madison!
Wow, talk
To
about a
finish the
finishing
tournament.
putt.
Great putt.
Got to give a low five for that.
Nice. That
Double
was a
bogey
good
with
putt.
the hazard.
That's a tough par 4.
It is.
804 feet island hole. Poof. And Elaine to stay at 11. That
Yeah.
was a great par. And me, now knowing where the score is, realized that this is to tie Elaine to force it into a playoff.
You just said, I don't know the scores.
I kind of knew where we're at, and I knew
Like you didn't know 100%.
I didn't know 100%.
That
So
makes sense.
this is the playoff, and Terry actually caught up to us as we were throwing our upshots. My drive went a little bit too far right. Elaine went up the gut. She played it like she did during the round. So these are both for our par.
And you started the playoff on hole 1.
Correct.
So Elaine's putting for her par.
Shout out to Kelly Tucker grabbing my bag for the playoff. What?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she ran over to me. She's like, "Can I carry your bag?"
It's so great when your other competitors come out to support you, even when they're not on the same team as you. It's just such a good feeling.
It is. And this is to go to hole 2.
putt.
I'm not gonna lie, the nerves were going. I've
Heck
never
yeah.
been in a playoff before, so this was new territory. And
Thanks, Brian C.
Thanks.
I know how it feels.
And-
It is nerve-wracking.
And then we kind of had a mini gallery going because
Yep.
people realized what was going on. They're like, "Why are they still playing?" And Elaine just grabbing some palm tree. And this is the hole. This is the
one
hole
we
2,
told you about.
The
most difficult.
the most
hole.
difficult, and I got the bogey on it during the round, and all I wanted to do was hit that gap.
Oh, what a great drive off the tee. That had to feel good in that moment.
That felt good.
So Elaine landed behind this palm frond type bush. I don't know the proper name of that. Let me know in the comments.
I used to work at a palm tree nursery, and I don't even know.
So just fighting off as much as she could from the knee. Elaine just throws an upshot. See what you got to work with next.
I believe I'm throwing a Star Firebird. I was just trying to make the corner, and like you heard me say, that's okay. I made the corner.
Right? And
I'm at the corner.
You're past the Mando on the left, so it's like, I was going to say stress-free, but not slightly.
I don't think I've ever been more nervous playing a disc golf round in my life.
I can imagine.
Up against Elaine King in Florida.
Beginning of the year.
My friends are there, like,
You landed in such a good spot for your shot up to the basket.
I'm pretty sure that was my Sexton Firebird trying to get up to the circle.
We got a gallery now. It's
Getting interesting.
Yeah, the gallery.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, everybody. We certainly love a gallery at our FPO division. It's oftentimes free to come out and watch us. So if you have a tournament at your local city, county, state park, please come out, support the female disc golfers. We'd love to see you there. Walk up, introduce yourself, say hi. Don't be shy.
Nice.
So Elaine King.
For par. Oh, man.
Hits the pole from the bush. I mean, that is a tough putt. And this is you for par.
For par. And for the win.
Yes!
The flood of emotions that came over me was unlike anything else.
Congratulations, Ellen. That is so awesome.
Thanks.
Great run from there. Oh my
It's got to feel good to be Elaine because she's such a strong competitor. And thanks, Eric, for your support.
I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and that was my video blog. I'm joined now by our champion, Ellen Widboom. Ellen, how does it feel to be the champion?
It's surreal. It's very surreal. It's my first Florida A-tier win, and actually I think my first Monster Mountain, but it's first A-tier win, and to be in a playoff with Elaine King, who is just fantastic, and it's a goal in life to just aspire to be like her, and so to go in a 2-all playoff and finally pull it out at the end was unbelievable.
Well, let's back up a little bit. As you wrapped up at A-tier last weekend in Brooksville, Florida, you had the hottest round. You then tied with Elaine there. That was for second. Did some of that momentum maybe carry into this weekend? You had a really solid weekend here.
I think it did. I think knowing that I could throw the shots and just replicating them and duplicating and time after time, and knowing that I had confidence in my putts was the biggest thing. It's come a long way.
Well, and let's talk about that confidence. Hole 17, well, your 17th hole, which I believe was maybe hole 8 or 7. It was your 17th hole. Elaine's under the basket. She's looking at a par for a 4, and you're 35 feet out?
Yeah.
It got over the nubs and in. How did that feel?
It was pretty great. I played the hole probably the farthest that I could play it from. I was kind of zigzagged across the fairway and had a headwind putt and just relied on experience from my home course, Lagoon Valley in Vacaville, California. Just knowing that for a headwind putt, I got a little bit more and just hoped to get over the lip, and I couldn't believe it, and I got pretty stoked.
It was pretty exciting. You go into the final hole. You're up by 2 at that point, and I don't think you or Elaine really know the scores.
I knew it was close.
You just knew it was close, and she plays that hole perfectly.
Perfect.
Absolutely perfectly. You guys get all knotted up. You go into the playoff, your first ever playoff. And what are you thinking well, first of all, we missed the tee on hole 1. You guys just went out and got started.
We didn't know. We took a quick bathroom break and we came back and we're like,
I wanted to film that.
Do we tell somebody? But we figured we were shooting towards everybody so they'd see us eventually.
All right, so we catch up with you guys, push on 1, and then kind of walk us through the hole 2.
So hole 2 earlier today, I actually took a 6 on. I had a really rough go of it, and I just knew that I had to get my drive up to the opening. Second shot didn't work out as well. Elaine and I were basically in the same spot. Hers went left, mine went right, and she had a little bit of an obstruction, and I had a clear shot, and it was just nice to get redemption on that hole, and then on top of that, it was for the win.
For the win. Yeah, it feels good. Everything was great. Elaine, a gracious winner, the most winning woman or person in all of disc golf. So you're in pretty good company when you can compete with her and take her down on any given weekend. Exactly. Hence the huge smile, as deserved. So this is Ellen Widboom. This is Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy. Thank you to all the Patreon supporters and everyone else that has anything to do with supporting the Disc Golf Guy video blog coverage. We hope you enjoyed the championship round here in Jacksonville. We'll catch you guys at the next one.